Welcome once again to Isaac Mathematics Clinic. Today we want to discuss another concept on sum, and that is rationalization of single sum. Rationalization of single sum. What do I mean by single sum? Single sum is root 3, root 5, root 7, and so on. These are single sum. But when a sum is combined with a constant or another sum, then it becomes a compound sum. For instance, if I have root 3 plus 5, then I will call this a compound sum. If I have root 3 plus root 5, I will call this a compound sum. So now, why do we need to rationalize? Most times, we have a sum in form of a fraction. For instance, 5 over root 3. This is a sum, but there is numerator and there is denominator. So this is a sum in form of fraction. So this root 3 here is an irrational number. So if you want to divide 5 by root 3, getting 5 over 1.732 and so on. So this calculation is not easy to do because of this irrational number. But to make this calculation less cumbersome, then we use what you call rationalization. So what does it mean to rationalize a sum? To rationalize a sum means to multiply a sum by itself. So as to change it to a rational number. For instance, this root 3 here, if I multiply it by itself, we are going to get 3, which is a rational number. So, if we divide the number by 3, the calculation will be less cumbersome. So now, generally, a over root b is equal to a over root b times root b over root b. Don't forget I said when the denominator is a sum, we have to multiply it by itself so as to change it to a rational number. But in mathematics, whatever you do to a quantity, you must equally do it to the other quantity. So if you multiply the denominator by itself, you have to also multiply the numerator by that sum. So now let's simplify number 1 to make it clearer. So 5 over root 5. To make this calculation less cumbersome, we have to multiply this sum by root 5. So times root 5 over root 5. So whatever we do to denominator, we must equally do it to the numerator. So from here, this root 5 times root 5 is equal to 5. How do I know it is 5? Root 5 times root 5 is the same thing as root 25. And the square root of 25 is equal to 5. Root 10 times root 10 is equal to 100. Root 100. And the square root of 100 is 10. So this becomes 5 root 5 all over root 5 times root 5 is 5. Then 5 here 1, 5 here 1. So the final answer here is root 5. That is as simple as this. Then question number 2. We also have 3 over 2 root 3. To rationalize this again means to change this denominator to a rational number. How How do I change it to a rational number? I have to multiply it by itself, and that is root 3. But whatever I do to this, I have to do the same thing to the numerator too. I have to multiply this one also by root 3. So this is now 3 times root 3 over 2 root, 3 over 2 root 3 times root 3 over root 3. You don't need to use these constants to multiply. So what you need is the sum. Whenever you multiply the sum by itself, you get a rational number. So from here, 3 times root 3 is the same thing as 3 root 3. And here we need to first multiply the sums. Root 3 times root 3. Don't forget, root 3 times root 3 is root 9. And that is the same thing as 3. So root 3 times root 3 is equal to 3. Then don't forget we have another 2 that is multiplying them. So this is 2 times 3. Then we have 3 root 3 all over 6. Now, we can use these 3 and 6 to divide each other. 3 here, 1, 3 here, 2. So the final answer now is root 3 over 2. In each of the sort here, the denominator is a rational number. The denominator here is 1, which is a rational number. The denominator here is 2, which is a rational number. So that is what we refer to as rationalization of sum. Thanks very much for your time and attention. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow my Facebook page, comment, share, and like. Thank you very much.